I'm Kevin Larosa Jr., the aerial coordinator for Top Gun Maverick. I also fly the camera jet, the camera helicopter, flown the camera drone for the show, and I even drove the RC camera car for the show. So a lot of different job responsibilities, but in total, my biggest responsibility on the show is the aerial coordinator. Everything aerial on the movie that has to do with the Navy or how we film the Navy, from what platform, I work hand in hand with production and the Navy to arrange that, facilitate it, and make sure it's done safely. Top Gun was a household movie. I grew up in an aviation family. Grandfather's a pilot. My father's a very well-known stunt pilot and motion picture pilot. So Top Gun was sort of my film growing up. It was, I mean, I've seen it hundreds of times. It's just, I can't remember my first reaction when seeing it, but it was an instant love of aviation. Every time we talked to Tom, it was, you know, guys, this has to be epic. You know, that's the word he gives us, and that's the word we use every time we go up there, epic. This has to be real. We have to show aviation in a way, using the technology that wasn't available back then on Top Gun 1. Now on Top Gun Maverick, we have to show the world what this is about. And it can't be fake. People know that. People know when CGI's in there. You know, we take elements, everything's real, all these real elements, we may add some stuff, but for the most part, every single thing we're doing is in there. We're in the canyons at 350 knots. We're chasing F-18s. We're dogfighting with them. We're doing it all for real. And that's why it's looking the way it is. It's looking incredible. He's an A actor, but he's also an A pilot. When he comes to set and we brief, we go into these briefings, we go fly, Tom is a precision pilot. And it's fantastic to fly with him. It makes sense for him to be doing this for real. Also in this film is a very iconic aircraft. Tom is the proud owner of a North American P-51 Mustang. Not only is he the proud owner, but he's a heck of a pilot in it. And we are portraying this airplane in a sequence in the movie with Tom flying it himself. Great lengths of planning and mission and trying to figure out what we wanted to accomplish with this airplane was done. But what I can tell you is that the airplane is being flown in a manner and shown in terrain and background that I don't think the world has ever seen before. Something remarkable happened on the first Top Gun, and I think we're doing that times 10 on this movie. They're taking that same romance of aviation, that same excitement, that thing that makes my heart beat fast when I'm going to go fly an airplane or helicopter, because I've never lost that. That is part of this movie. And I think that this movie not only carries on the legacy of the first Top Gun, but I think it's flying it way further out there than that first one ever was. I'm very proud of what I've already seen in my, you know, small piece in helping them create this, and it's something I'll never forget, and I don't think anyone will forget. It's a true pleasure working with Joe. He's involved in every single brief. The thing I love about Joe is he sits there and he listens to the pilots and the aviators, and he gets an idea. He knows exactly in his head sort of our limitations. But what the great part about Joe is he knows in his head, he knows that product he wants, and he's able to translate that to us. So when we're sitting in a briefing, which Joe is always involved in, you know, Joe's gonna sit there and say, you know, I'm really feeling like this should end up dead center underneath you and break into the sun over here. I mean, he's involved in every creative step, but I gotta say, every single time Joe has given us a bit of information and said, that's really cool, but can you do it a little bit like this? Every time we do it a little bit like this for Joe, we're like, oh man, he was dead on. He's right on the money. He has the vision and he has the gift for being able to do that. And it's just a pleasure working with him.